How's it going? Your boy decided to come up with another video. It has to do with riots in prison. I know you like this type of content, so I just decided to drop one more. So before I go up to the video, I want to tell you that at the end of the video, I'm gonna explain why was the reasoning for this riot. So before we continue to the story, I want to tell you guys thank you for the support. Continue with the likes, man. Subscribe to my channel, man. Pump the channel up, man. Give me some motivation. Just show me some love. That's all I'm asking, man. I'm just trying to keep it 100 with you guys. I don't throw extras. I just tell you the things how they are, man. I'm not here to impress nobody, and I'm not here to glorify none of this violence. But anyways, let's go to the point, to the story. So I remember that one day we went out to yard, right, and we already knew that it was gonna crack, right? So you see some individuals going back to their building because they don't want to be involved in the mix and stuff like that. They're probably short to the pad or whatever the reason. You know what I mean? So I was right there with a couple homies on the pull-up bars, and we got approached by this all-star asking for assistance. They were like, "Hey, man, we're gonna go get off on the whites, the raza against the whites. You guys are more than welcome." Blah 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 blah. And you see the same individual going to different groups. You know what I mean? Different STGs, different gangs, whatever you want to call it. So we went to 2-5ers, the IRs, the non-riders, and all that stuff. So everybody knew what they were gonna do, right? So here I am. Told the homies, "Hey, man, you know what? Let's go to the." I'm not gonna get involved because first of all, I don't fight another man's fight. You know what I mean? I'm not that type of individual. I fight my own fights. So I told a couple of homies, "Hey, let's go to the blacktop to be in front of the show." You know what I mean? They're gonna do a show. Let's go and check it out. So sure enough, man, I see there's one individual who was asking for assistance, walk with two other individuals. They were all stars, walking and approaching the whites. The whites were already pumped up on the table, and they were just waiting. But it was only 7 of them, 7 or 8, something around those numbers, man, 7 or 8. And I seen them approach them, right, and they start going off. Just those two, one-on-one at first, boom, 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 boom. And when that happened, everything just cracked, like boom, like everybody started rushing the whites. You see, like I said, it was 7 to 8 white guys, man. And each one got like 10 individuals on them. Each one got 10 individuals. I'm not playing, I'm not throwing extras, I'm telling you the truth. So each one got 10 individuals. You see them just taking off on them. Once there's so many people, the guy goes to the ground. He's helpless. So what they do, they start stomping on these individuals. Boom, 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 boom. But what I'm paying attention is that what the other guys are doing, they start playing with weapons. They just start stabbing each other. And you see like 2 people stabbing the white boy, and you see the white boy stabbing the all-star too. He didn't come out without no weapon. He knew what was gonna happen, and he can prepare. So they were just going at it, and at this point, I'm seeing nothing but grenades, smoke grenades. That's what the cops like to throw, smoke grenades like crazy. Boom, 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 boom. And they throw this, they got this block gun. They call it Big Bertha. But this Big Bertha is like on steroids. It's like a round clip like this. It has like, I'm just gonna guess, like 18 or 20 shot. Big Bertha, the regular Big Bertha is one shot. Boom, boom, boom. Loaded up, one shot. This one has like 18, 20 shots. I'm just throwing an estimate. I'm not sure how many shots there is. So you see this officer just shooting this thing like crazy, like boom, 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 boom. And you see the bullets just flying, people ducking, seeing the bullets because he's shooting from far away, And they're just going at it. At this point, me and a couple homies were like, "Hey, dude, let's get out of here," because we had literally people fighting right next to us. You know what I mean? So we're like, "Hey, you know what? We need to bounce. We need to get out of here because if not, once this yard goes down, we're going to the hole, dude." So we just took off, like, you know what I mean? Start walking. As I'm walking, I see some guy getting jumped, and it was a Mexican. It was actually the one of the whites, Sally. He was Mexican, and I hear the guy telling the homies, right? You know, he was like, "Hey, I'm a homie," and everybody's just stomping on him. The reason he was getting stomped, it was because he was going up and down. You know what I mean? Going to Sally. Basically, he was getting involved in the issue when he shouldn't be involved. You know what I mean? You just don't trip, man. You just put yourself to the side. Why you getting involved? You know what I mean? If you're gonna do something, just do it. If not, why you get involved? So they stopped on this guy, boom, 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 and then they messed him up. And eventually they decided to just let him go. Like, they let him go, and they just start rushing more white people. You know, so it was crazy, man. It was crazy. So we went to the pull-up bars, because there's the black top where they got the basketball court, the benches, and stuff like that in Tehachapi. And that's where everything was happening, you know. So we went actually up to the pull-up bars, where it's more like the yard when it's open and stuff like that, you know. So that's where we prone, and we start seeing everybody just getting down. I seen this white individual. He was an older white individual. I seen him when he started fighting. He came with a cane. That guy had a cane, and they took the cane off of him, and they start beating him with his own cane. And this guy wasn't just hitting; he was hitting with all his strength. Like, everybody was stomping on him, and he was just hitting him on his body and his head. Like, I was like, dang, guy. And the guy who was hitting him was like a little ass dude, man. He was a 2'5". He's a little ass dude. He was just like, bam, bam, bam. And I was like, what? As a matter of fact, he got away with it, man. He got away with it because he was my neighbor. And he hurt that individual, man. That individual was pretty hurt. And I'm just like, what the freak is going on right here, man? I've just seen all these people getting assaulted, you know what I mean, with weapons. I know the guy who started everything, they were going out with the weapons. The other people, I'm not gonna say that they had weapons because I didn't see them. I just know that somebody was getting hit with the cane, and just the cops were just going crazy with the Glock, with the big bird, just shooting with the block gun. Boom, 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 boom. I'm surprised they didn't shoot the Mini 14, you know, because that was a crazy ass riot right there. And what they eventually they told them to prone down, right? So they did prone down, and the officer came in, right? He came in, and I seen the guy who started the riot touch his stomach, and he's like, oh man, that fool got me. He got me. He kind of seemed like scared, but who wouldn't be scared at that situation, you know? And his homeboys were like, chill, dude, chill, you're gonna be all right. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure their homeboys had more experience in some way, but it came down to weapons, being hurt and stuff like that. You know, it's just chill. You're gonna get a medical assistance. Don't even trip. But the guy, you can see that he was kind of like worried about it. You know what I mean? He got stabbed in the stomach or sliced, whatever. He was bleeding from his stomach, and he was just touching it. And his homie's like, no, just chill, dude. And I see, like, far away, I see the other white boy. Yes, you know, he was bleeding too. He got stabbed as well. You know, he got stabbed. So I couldn't see him like from where he was bleeding, but I know he was bleeding. He was bleeding bad. And the officer came in. They came in, told everybody, hey man, just move to the side, whatever, clear the path, and they started removing those white guys out of there. So when they got to the individual who got hit with the cane, dude, the individual couldn't even move. They were trying to drag him, and he was a big guy. He was probably like 6'2", around there, but he was the older individual, and he couldn't move. He was screaming. He was like crying, like it was bad. And the crazy thing about this is that everybody in the yard was laughing. They were laughing, and you can only see the evil in that place, man. Like, it was crazy. The officer got so mad, he called all the Mexican cockroaches, man. And everybody was just like, they were just laughing, and they couldn't pull old boy out. You know what I mean? It was just like, Eventually, they got like two individuals, two officers. When I say individuals, two officers, and carry that individual out. I mean, just to the side, and just so they can be away from certain Mexicans, you know. But eventually, the MTA or the medical assistant went over there to help see what's up with the old boy, and they just took it on top of the gurney. So eventually they start getting all these people, right? Okay, handcuffs and stuff like that. A lot of people got away with this, right? A lot of people, I'm telling you, a lot of people got away. Not a lot of people went to the hole because of this, right? And again, that's why maybe it wasn't as publicized and stuff like that, because so many people got away. But it was a big riot. It was a big riot. I'm telling you, it was like 10 individuals on each white guy. It was like 10. I'm not even playing. It was 10. There was mixed with regular guys who were not associated with no type of gang. There was STGs involved in that. So there was a gang. We're talking about, the yard was like probably like 3/4 of the yard, dude. Like it was involved like 3/4 of the yard. I'm telling you, dude. Like it was a lot of people, man. The only people who were not involved was just basically the blacks, the normal riders. I'm not sure if they got involved, and some guys like me and stuff that are not trying to participate on that stuff. You know what I mean? But it got crazy, and I seen this one guy, right? It seemed like he was knocked out, and eventually we end up finding out that I believe he went to a coma. I don't know what they did to him. If they stomped him on the head and stuff like that, but I think he was in a coma on some real stuff, man. But it was a crazy ass riot, but this riot shouldn't happen. The reason behind this riot, it was basically because one of the white guys disrespected the All-Star by calling him out of his name. So trip on this. Us who've been in prison know that if somebody calls you out of your name, you take action right there and then, you know. And this individual decided not to take action right there and then. And what he did, he took his problem to the yard and made something so big out of something personal, you know what I mean? He made it more into a racial stuff, you know what I mean? And it shouldn't come out that way, you know what I mean? He shouldn't have done that, but he did it eventually. But the crazy thing about this story is that individual had like 4 months to the house. He was very short to the house. So guess what? He got stabbed. He probably caught a case. So he should have just take off on that individual right there, and that would have been it, you know what I mean? But he decided to made it big, and this probably cost him a few years out of his sentence, out of his life, and it hurt a lot of people. I'm telling you, that one individual, there was a white guy who I believe he was in a coma. According to the cops, that guy was in a coma and stuff like that. So it was a crazy ass riot, and that was the first riot. After this, it happened. There was like 3-4 more after this, but in 2017, the middle of 2017, that's when this happened. So I'm gonna end this video right here. I want to thank all of you for staying tuned, and I appreciate you guys, man. Stay tuned, and you know what I mean. Let's pump this channel up, man. Give me some motivation right here. I'm looking for that motivation, man. Lates, man.